Hi, my name is Shubhika Kalra. I'm the co-founder of Wings of Angels. Wings of Angels is a CDA-recognized social initiative that aims to make Dubai and then the whole world wheelchair friendly. We built over 1,000 wheelchair ramps in Dubai as of now, and we do this we create awareness about wheelchair accessibility by finding out about the places that don't have wheelchair access, and then we convince them and support them to become wheelchair accessible. I would like to invite our guest for today. Yeah, he his name is Sujith Vaeghese. Everyone knows him. But for those who don't know him, he's an official fitness influencer with the Dubai Fitness Challenge. He loved playing basketball and he loved hitting the gym in high school. And he even loves boxing at the gym. He even likes music a lot, and he's venturing into DJing soon. And he is soon going to release his first music video. And he is also a rapper. So let's welcome Sujith. Hi, Sujith.
Hi, Shobika. Thank you so much for an amazing welcome.
Welcome. Can we listen to your first rap, please?
The very first rap, okay. So it went something like this, a very short one. So it went something like this. Yo, I wanted a vacation. I didn't know which nation. I went to Bangalore and that was a celebration. I'm back in Dubai, got a wound in my thigh, doing my CFA, and that is side by side. Now I'm at this institution, gotta handle my situation to end this chapter without a complication. But there's a thought in my mind I like to notify. After all this while, I've come to realize that you can't suffice to live this life with a mind this size. That's unwise. You gotta disguise, optimize, improvise. You gotta visualize of how you wanna rise. You gotta do this more than once or just twice. I rap this, guys, because we are likewise. We all gotta rise and live life king size.
Wow, that was so nice.
That was the first one.
Really, really nice.
Thank you. I wrote that in 2017.
Wow, very nice.
It
I'd
was a very
like
small
to,
project. Tell
I'd
me.
like to ask you a few questions, Sujit.
Yeah, sure.
You inspire everyone like you have inspired me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh, The first question, can you tell me about your childhood and your life before the accident?
Childhood. I was born and raised in Dubai. I'm originally from India, Kerala, and I was born and raised here in Dubai. My family was here. My sisters, two sisters, elder sisters, my dad and my mom. We were staying here in Sharjah from the past 20 years. Before that, we were in Dubai. Childhood went studying in schools here. I was in IHS Indian High School till my ninth standard. And after my ninth standard, my parents decided it was a good idea to send me to India. And I completed the rest of my 3 years, that's my 10th, 11th, and 12th in Kerala, in a school in Kerala. So most of my childhood, yes, I did spend in Dubai, growing up with my family. Yeah.
Very nice. And I would like to ask you, how did you meet with the accident?
In 2000, so after Kerala, I moved to Bangalore, Karnataka, Bangalore for studying my bachelor's in commerce. So during,
My brother-in-law is from Bangalore.
oh wow, beautiful place. Love the place. Bangalore has a thing, where people who study in Bangalore or be in Bangalore for a while, you start feeling you're a Bangalorean. And it's got this thing to it. I think people who live in Bangalore would understand that. Or, if you live there a little while.
Now I'm in there like I think less than a month, but yeah, I'd love to go
Nice.
there again.
Nice place. Beautiful. So yeah, I was in college in 2013, and my final year of my college, my final semester exams, it was getting over. On April was the exams, and on March 31st. So Bangalore is when I started riding bikes. I've never ridden a bike before. Bangalore is college is when I got a bike license. I bought my very first bike, and I used to love biking. Like biking was life, you know, and because everyone has bikes, like 99% of the population has bikes.
And I even read you're the avid racer.
I
Still,
was. I used to love racing. I used to love racing. Yes, we had so many races that we used to be a part of back in Bangalore. It was a more of a yeah, who's got the best skills sort of thing, you know. And loved just it was such a big adrenaline rush for me at that point of my life. Yeah, and yeah, so coming to that, yeah, and in 2013, one night, March 31st, we took our bikes out. So because we on our college days also, whether it's weekend or weekdays, we used to take our bikes out for a drive and for a ride with a bunch of friends for chai, you know, and then just chill over there for a while and then come back home. And that one such night, I took my bike out for a ride, and I remember my very last remembrance of that night was I was going under a tunnel, and my bike lost control, and that's how I crashed into a, a, a wall, a pillar of a wall that was under construction, and a pillar of a shop that was there, and that's how my body hit that construction. So apparently, I do not remember clear details of what happened that night, but I was told that my crash guard when I was going with my bike, I was at a speed of about 70 to 80, and my crash guard hit a truck, and it hit the side of a truck. My bike lost balance, and that's how I crashed into the wall. And I did not have a helmet at that time, so I had suffered a head injury and a spinal injury as
and
well.
that didn't happen. How would you make your life so amazing?
That exactly right. That's exactly what I think. If that didn't push me to circumstances and events that have happened throughout the journey, I wouldn't be where I am today, for sure.
So
For
cool.
sure.
And tell me a little bit about your journey to fitness.
Fitness. So one thing in Bangalore, I used to love sports. I was in the basketball team of my school. I played for my district championships. When I was in college, one sport took over my interest big time. It happened in my last year. I used to boxing got introduced to me, and boxing was of the fact because we couldn't play basketball every day, and there was nothing else happening. And I felt boxing would be quite interesting, so I joined an academy, and I instantly fell in love with boxing because the kind of discipline I started getting, the kind of training that I started getting, the people that I was training with. I mean, it was just phenomenal. It was serious stuff, but it was so phenomenal that I've never pushed my body to such extents at that point of time. But that whole training of boxing got me to such peace of mind, and I was so happy. You know, like that was my happy zone, boxing and training and practicing. So that's how I fell in love with, like, really in love with boxing. And after my accident, so you can imagine the reason I told you the story is like I was quite built. I was quite built. I was quite strong on my own. And after my accident, I started losing a lot of weight. I was in and out of hospitals for the next 6, 7 months. I was losing a lot of weight. I was losing a lot of energy. I suddenly became a skeleton altogether, and I wasn't
You
physically strong enough.
you used to work out for how many hours before the accident?
Very less, very less. I can't even remember how I can't even remember a period of time I went to gym consistently.
You said you were built.
I built during boxing years.
Okay.
During the boxing years, I was built. I never gymmed much before because I used to always be playing basketball in school days. And in college, I used to be training for boxing. I never joined a gym as, I mean, I did join, but we were barely going there for, doing baby weights and coming back. That's how it was, because, and after my accident, when I lost a lot of weight, a lot of people were like, I started becoming dependent on a lot of people. I started becoming, I didn't have a choice other than to ask people for help for the basic of things because I didn't have the energy to do it myself. And when I came back to 2015 in December, in 2015 to Dubai from India, I was like, I'm not working now. I'm not studying now. I didn't finish my bachelor's in commerce. I didn't have a job at that time. What is the one thing I want to do now? There was nothing straight and clear for me. I'm like, I need to get my strength back. That was the very first thought. And that's exactly what I did. And I went and I told everybody. I told my mom and my dad, and they were fine with the idea. So the rest of the world was putting limitations on even that sort of idea, like what can you even do in a gym. And I said I have to join a gym, and I went started joining a gym. And that is literally, I can tell you, Shobika, the one of the best decisions I've made in my entire life, because that has literally brought me to where I am today.
And what have you studied? Mine. Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I've studied bachelor's in commerce.
Wow, that's difficult, yeah.
That is, I wouldn't say it's okay. But then I tried to go for CFA after that. That's why in my rap you heard CFA. I'm doing CFA, that is side by side, but I didn't make it through CFA. But then I tried to do the level one. I gave the exam twice, and then is when I got a job in the bank. So then I just studied what I wanted to study. I'm just studied in the bank itself for the work I do, because I work in Emirates NBD. I work in the treasury department. So it's the things I wanted to study for that exam is the same thing that I'm doing as a job today. So
And one more question, Sujith. How has it been making new friends and dating on the wheelchair?
making new friends, oh, phenomenal. I have loved connecting with so many different kinds of. I mean, this is something I've realized, Shobika. Like uh, before, I would probably just chill with that certain kind of crowd. But if I've become a motivational speaker since 2017 onwards, and I've been a TEDx speaker, and I've been speaking. So in this whole process, I've been meeting so many people. I've had people come and tell me their experiences of life after they see my videos and they get inspired. They come and tell me their experiences of life, or what they went through, and how my videos helped them to think positive and think better. So during this
Even
process,
the videos have helped me also.
oh my god, that means so much for me. This really means so much for me. Thank you. And so when people tell that to me, it's like my purpose is being fulfilled, and it makes me very, very happy. Like what the work I do, the way I push myself, because people think I'm crazy sometimes with my new ideas. Like in 2018, I had this most craziest idea. I wanted to pull a car in a wheelchair, sitting on a wheelchair. And and everyone called me crazy, dude. This is not happening. This is impossible. Shobika, believe this. There's a backstory to it. A lot of people do not know. I used to I used to take my car, my friend's car, and I used to take it to Mohesna. Mohesna, there's a parking lot. In that parking lot, in the middle of the night, I used to practice every day pulling a car. That's how I used to pull. People, my own parents didn't know I used to pull a car. I used to go there every day. I had a bunch of ropes. I used to keep it in the car, go there, pull the car, come back, go there, pull the car, come back. I did it for a couple of times. When my parents even came to know I pulled a car, after they started seeing the video that Virgin Radio reposted of me pulling that actual car in that school, that's when they came to know I pulled a car.
And weren't you scared or
I
anything?
wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. But for me, it was this whole idea in my head. Like, okay, Sujit, you gym, that inspires a certain. For me, it's all about sharing positivity and energy. And this is something I genuinely believe in. Whether you're a CEO of a company or you're a janitor, right? We all lead. Hi, Shobika, you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're just stuck now.
Uh, yeah, you can hear me?
Am I moving or am I stuck for you?
Now you were stuck earlier, but now you're.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like I was saying, whether it's a CEO of a company or a janitor, we all lead by example. Like each other could learn from each other something. This is how I think, and I think this
That's
is
so
the my
true.
purpose. This is my purpose also, to inspire people, to show them that your limitations are what you place in your head, and not necessarily a physical appearance. Like for me, like we were just talking a while ago before this call, like what made Shobika Karla pick herself up, because the whole fact that she believed in the same way I believed in myself. Like I'm not suddenly a guy in a wheelchair just because I met with an accident. Like it's not my choice I met with one. It happened, you know. But don't think that I am now what you people think of people in a wheelchair, or what you think of people who are not 100% on their full power.
Yeah.
That's not me. I'm still the same, and I just had to push them. So for me, there was really no fear of pushing a car. There was a confusion. There was a doubt in my head first, but then I was like, you know what, Sujit, try it. Like you're strong now, and just try it. I mean, your mind is stronger than your body, and when I tried it, I saw it's possible. And then I just struggled. I just struggled my A off to make that happen. And then I did it. Like, when the day came, I pulled the car because I did that, not to show that I'm a strong guy, but to show that if you went to a person, any person, right? Imagine this is exactly my message. Any person, for example, and you told them, is this possible? Do you think a person in this wheelchair can pull a car which weighs 1,250 kilograms? 99% of the people would say it's not possible. But suddenly you show them that impossible live in action, what happened in front of their eyes. Suddenly they'll start thinking in their lives two things. Number one, this guy did this and we saw it. Suddenly that impossible became possible. They are wowed about it. Number two, probably the things that I think that are impossible in life, they will be telling themselves, probably the things that I think that are impossible in life are actually possible. It's probably my mind is not strong enough to think about it. So this is the idea. That was the message. And that is what I wanted to solely convey from that whole carpooling thing. So yeah, back to your question. I have made so many phenomenal friends. I've had some very good people I've met in my life. And today I know, like, where to place people. I think from all the experiences that I have learned from people who have left me and gone during the accident, and people who have gave me a helping hand when I never expected them to. So, I would say these are the two kind of people, a lot of things I've learned from, and I've learned to let go of many, and I've learned to keep many for lifetime. And I've met such amazing people who in journey who have just wished nothing but the best for me, and who has learned so much from me, and how I've helped to empower their lives, and who has made me understand that what I have done has really impacted somebody. So I think it's just been me. I mean, meeting people, yes. I've got to learn so much more. I've met some good people. I've met some really good people in my life after that. Yes. And dating, second half of your question. Sorry, you were saying something?
Yeah, happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And dating wise, I really haven't thought much about it. I have met some good people though. But no, I wouldn't say it has really affected. I would say actually, if at all, the potential has increased more. Because people just like the way I roll now. So yeah, that's that for that. But it's all
Thank
well. It's all good.
thank you so much for speaking to me, Sujith. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And
It inspires as many people as it can.
it definitely will. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Can we just do one thing? Can we do a? Is the recording stopped?
One.